Today, Disney released a flyover of Galaxy's Edge using a drone, and the footage is fantastic. It's a really rare look at ground level, giving us views of the land that we've never seen before. It is, I dare say, downright sexy. And if you're a nerd for this kind of thing like I am, then you've probably watched this footage a dozen or more times already, like I have. It's that good. So I'd like to take this footage and see if we can't map it to the concept art or to the model in order to help kind of further define what we're seeing built. Where are we in Galaxy's Edge? This first shot is more or less from the ground. As you approach the Millennium Falcon building, you can see the curved entrance of the Millennium Falcon showroom or show building in the top right of the frame. There's the tower that flanks the entrance, and then the rockwork on its right. And then in the foreground, that's probably, we don't know for sure, what buildings that might be, but that's definitely going to be like the marketplace on the left. If you compare this to the concept art, which isn't really a one-for-one, comparison, obviously, but I would say that we're probably standing somewhere in this area right here with those, like I said, those market buildings on our left. Or if you prefer, you can go to the model. Now, this is a little bit harder to map because there aren't any really photos of the Millennium Falcon from that angle, because the way that they had set up the model, you couldn't really get into that position. But you can see the Millennium Falcon back there with the tower on its left. And then that's probably the building that we're seeing on the left of the drone footage is this one right here. And the view will change, and we're going to quickly pause again here because this is basically the reverse view of where we just were with the drone. Millennium Falcon is on your left. There's the tower right here, and then there's the rockwork that would be the rockwork to the right of it. Now, one thing I wanted to note here, this is kind of fun. If you zoom in, that sure looks like an entrance to something. Now, I don't know what's going to be in there, but that's an opening they've created, and we've heard stories of them, putting in, restaurants or maybe high-end type restaurants in one of the mountains. So that's a possibility right there. This could be not just rockwork, but something for guests to enter or to enjoy. By the way, I also one of the things I think we're going to find, because like I said, I've watched this video several times. One of the things that we're going to find is placing or finding the oven mitt. Now, if you are familiar with the overhead shots we got from the satellites, you'll know that one of the areas was defined as the oven mitt, and that's this guy right here. We've been trying to find that, or we're going to try to find that in as many, because it's covered. You can't really see what it is or where it's at because it's being surrounded by many other buildings. But throughout this flyover, we're going to see a lot of ways to try to, place the oven mitt from the ground. And that's what this building in the foreground, in the front left, is the very edge of the oven mitt, I believe, anyway. I think that's the oven mitt. Flying over the Millennium Falcon building and towards Galaxy's Edge. And again, there's the oven mitt right there. That's definitely the oven mitt. Now, where it lands on the concept art is another story, or in the model, we'll figure that out. But there's the oven mitt. Those are the Millennium Falcon peaks in the foreground on the right, and that's the tower that flanks the Millennium Falcon entrance on the left. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous shot, and it's a view that we'll never... This is the only time we've ever seen this view of Star Wars Land, of Galaxy's Edge, and it's just amazing. I love this shot so much. I cannot... Oh my goodness! You can see everything from here, and from such a high angle, it really is beautiful. Even if it's just scaffolding and half-finished buildings and and not fully fleshed out rockwork, it is a beautiful, beautiful shot. And then we'll press forward again. This is a new shot with the drone, but now as we approach, we're actually coming up on the Battle Escape building, flying on it. That's it on our right. That is the Battle Escape building on your right, and the rockwork being developed on top of it. But we're stopping here to show you the halls that we've been watching. Those are the halls that we can see from the Rivers of America. When I got really excited about seeing that structure from the Rivers of America, and then that's how they look in the model. Here we got a reverse view. Again, we can see the halls on the ground. Look at how close. There's the train right there, you guys. Look at that. That's the train. And it's really kind of a neat juxtaposition, seeing the construction in progress here on the left and then seeing the finished product of what they did for the rivers of America. You remember there was a time when all of this was just dirt, and they went full on with creating that perimeter for the rivers of America that creates the buffer between Frontierland and Star Wars Land. But that's how close, you know, things are for real. And there's going to be more in between there as time goes on, but it's neat to see that we've got this finished product on the right. I mean, it's all the way done except for the height of the trees, and then you've got this in progress parts of Galaxy's Edge. And now we'll also notice on the left, Battle Escape Building, that you can tell that this video is a little dated. They've made a lot of progress on the front side of the Battle Escape Building. We know now that they've got that huge, you know, rockwork being built, you know, the overhang that we've been talking about the last couple weeks. You can't even see that in this footage, so we're still a little bit behind the times on that. But it does give us a very nice look at the halls that are being placed on the ground. Nothing to report here other than how beautiful that is, because we got this view pretty much all the time. Just not as close or as clean, but we have this view from the Mickey and Friends parking structure. We're switching now. We're back down. Okay. Oh my God. This is the best. This is the best. Okay. We're going to pause right here. This is the marketplace as it faces the Millennium Falcon show building. There's that tower again that we were talking about that flanks the Millennium Falcon entrance. There's the curved entrance right there, and it's rockwork on the right. This is the marketplace that is in front of that. You approach Millennium Falcon through these market buildings. That right there is the pyramid that we've been seeing through the trees that I've been trying to locate on the map, or on the I should say on the model, and we're going to be able to do that. If I'm not mistaken, if we switch to this view of the model, it's this building right here. I was told it's probably going to wind up being a dome structure, and that makes sense. You know, if we look at it spatially between the Millennium Falcon building and the market, that I'm guessing that pyramid structure will wind up being this dome structure. In addition, right behind that is your oven mitt. That is this section right there, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like it's a pretty good bet that those are the same. Now, what's even more interesting, well, I don't know if it's more interesting, it's super interesting. This view is actually quite similar to the concept art. I mean, to the photograph that we have of the model. If you toggle back and forth, you can plot quite a few buildings. So let's start with this down in the front of the frame. This building right here. I mean, it seems like a reasonable guess that that's it right there, right? And then if we take this, how about this dome structure to its right, directly across the way? If you go directly across the way, you got this dome structure right there, and then a taller one behind it. Maybe this one. I'm not sure. Boy, yeah, because it looks like they're building. Though that looks like rockwork separating those two, the small dome and then the taller one. They haven't actually completed the dome, but you could tell it's cylindrical in nature. It's just not done yet, which places the pyramid structure. Maybe it's this one or it's that one. It's hard to say, but I feel pretty good about this one because it's the highest one, and the highest building in the ongoing construction is that one there. So that's why I'm picking this one out, because it is the tallest domed structure in this view. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. Let's go, Wolf. Let's go more. What else do we got? Oh, here's a pull away from the market. We're going up and out, and that is just beautiful. Okay, there's the oven mitt. Fantastic. Golly, that was fun. Unfortunately, that's all there is. Well, I take that back. There is one more thing. They closed out by doing another drone pull away, and then at the very end, we got this little nugget. Right? Now, a lot of people want to say, hey, that's just, you know, being creative and having fun with the concept art. I think it's more than that. This video is a tease. All right? This video is a tease, and that's... Okay, I'm going to predict that we are going to get flying spacecraft over Star Wars Land. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. I think we're going to get... It's probably going to be some kind of drone, something that they can fly. It may or may not. It may be projection. I'm not sure. But I heard a rumor 1,000 years ago, and I even did a video on it, where I predicted that we're going to see some kind of battle between maybe an X-Wing and a TIE fighter or something like that over Star Wars Land. Kind of like a nighttime show, like a fireworks show. I think we're going to get something like that. I think that that's what this is. This is teasing us that we should expect things to be flying over Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge. And I think that it was no accident that they put that in there. It wasn't just an artist being clever. That is a tease. But I'd like to hear your thoughts, Fresh Baked. What do you think of this flyover? Was that the coolest dang thing you've ever seen in your life? And if you guys got anything to point out to me in terms of what you saw on the ground with this drone footage compared to the model, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to know more. And also, are you with me that we're going to see an X-Wing fly over Galaxy's Edge when it finally opens? In just over a year from now. Just over a year. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Fresh Baked! We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Fresh Baked!